I think we're live.
Woo!
Yay! We had a little bit of technical difficulties there trying to get on and situated and get the volume correct. I want everybody to be well informed of what's going on at Fort River this year. I want to introduce myself. I have been introducing myself to the staff a little bit as they're trickling into my office one by one, kind of introducing themselves and learning who I am, and I'm learning who they are. But I also wanted to introduce myself to the community that haven't seen me yet, and all this and students. I hope there's students out there that are watching also, so they can see who the new leaders are for this year at Fort River. We have a lot of exciting new things going on. There's a lot of information also. I have my little cheat sheet here, so don't think I haven't memorized it. So I'll be looking off to the side to kind of remind myself of things that I want to share with the community, with the students, with the staff. Um, but we're going to start off with, I'm going to introduce myself, and then I'm going to introduce Tammy and her new role. We're going to talk a little bit about our leadership style and our philosophy as school leaders. And then we're going to move forward, and I'm going to give some information on some new changes, some really important information that all the community should know, the parents should know. And then we're going to share kind of our vision of what Fort River is going to look like this year. Okay, so let's get started. Tammy, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah. So myself and Tammy have been working really hard together to have a really cohesive, collaborative, well thought out, effective plan for our students. Because first and foremost, they're number one at the school. We like to, the way I am is I like to pride myself in how students are treated, the services that are given to them, and academically what we provide to them. So first and foremost, if there's kids out there, hello, we think of you. You're first at Fort River, and I know that Tammy agrees with that thought. So for myself, I'm Michelle Hernandez, the new principal. Really? Wow, that's exciting, right? The new principal at Fort River. And I just wanted to share a little bit about my background and what brought me here to Fort River, and my experience in education. I've been in education now almost 15 years. I started off as a para. Then I became a teacher. I moved on to my career in leadership. Started as a dean of students, and then became an assistant principal for the last few years. And now here I am. That has led me, and I've brought all that skill set and all that love for education and students here to Fort Rivers. My leadership style is a collaborative style. I feel that not just one person can lead the school. I think there needs to be voice from everyone. All stakeholders should be a part of decision making as much as possible. And so with the staff, I like to get the feedback and voice from the staff, from the students, because ultimately everything that we do affects the students. And then when possible, as much as possible, have the community, the family, parents voice their concerns and their suggestions. Give me as much feedback as possible to the new things that we're doing, anything that we're implementing, anything that's new, existing, and so that they can be part of what's going on at the school. And so just so the families know that you will be receiving emails from me, there'll be surveys. I want to hear everything, what has worked, what you felt didn't work, what things have to be kind of tweaked, and then some new suggestions, new things that you want to see implemented at the school. I want to hear all of that, not only from the staff, but also from the students and the families. And so my philosophy is that every child can learn, no matter what level they are. I feel that as educators, we have to kind of like, it's our job to peel back all of those later layers that make up your children, and find out their needs and be able to then address those needs where they are and meet them where they are. I feel that's truly my philosophy in education. And so, the love of children, I love what I do. I've loved it for many years, and I will continue loving it. And so, and knowing that, always putting the child first, and showing them that acceptance, being working hard and being kind to one another, that all comes with the love of the community as a whole, the school community, and us at Fort Rivers as a educational family. So I'm going to pass it on now to Tamara, and then I want Tamara to kind of share. She's going to be sharing her education background, her leadership style, and her philosophy. There was one thing that I missed: my education background. I have my bachelor's in education from Westfield State University. I'm here in Massachusetts. Then I moved on to get my master's in education at American International College in Springfield, Mass, and then continued for my second master's, and I received that at Endicott College, and that second master's is in school leadership. So I have many years of education and experience working with children, in teaching and with school leadership. So Tamara, it's all yours.
Geez, thanks, Michelle. I've really enjoyed working with you for these last few weeks. Um, so many of you in the community know me as Miss Tammy. I've taught at Fort River for 18 years. I can't even believe it. Prior to that, I had worked at Yankee Candle. And even before that, I had worked as a kindergarten teacher in West Springfield. I've spent many of my years in education. I'm absolutely passionate about what I do. I had gone to school at Wheelock College in Boston and had a lot of really great experience there, from working at Shriners Burns Hospital all the way to working in an inner city school, which was a really great learning experience for me. From there, I decided to go back and earn my master's degree at UMass Amherst in special education, which was the best decision ever, and really was following my heart in that way. And from there, I've worked in Greenfield, Sunderland, Deerfield. I've worked in a lot of schools in the area before really settling in and making the leap to work in Amherst, which has really been a true calling for me. And I've really chosen to stay at Fort River because it truly encompasses all the things that I believe in, which includes social action. And if we think about way back in 1989, when Barbara Rothenberg got her second grade students to really advocate to change the turnpike sign into now, and working collaboratively in the sixth grade to really keep that legacy of social activism alive. I think when I think about having, working with Michelle and then my work for 18 years at Fort River, I really think about the amount of collaboration that I've done. And what I believe in, because I think that working in isolation is really limiting. And when we sort of open our doors and open our hearts, we can really do amazing things together. And I've really seen that, especially since our district moved towards a co-teaching model. And I know that, especially at Fort River, because that's sort of been my home, and so I really know it. We really embraced it, and it's been really transformative to see the level of student engagement, the level of collaboration that's really changed, and really I think has forced Fort River to really stand out, I believe. I mean, I think that definitely we're a unique school in that we have commonantes and aims and building blocks. And that really, I feel like having those programs is really like livens us up. And I think really begs that we think about how to include all students all day long. And we also have experts at our school that really know so much. And I think tapping into those resources and collaborating with those teachers and paraeducators and all the staff is really going to help propel us and build on prior leaders' work at Fort River. And so, I think developing positive relationships with everyone, building a really strong community both in and out of Fort River, and just really empowering everyone to find their voice and work with us, because I think that we can be really dynamic. I mean, we as a collective, we all of Fort River and the community. And so I'm really excited about this opportunity, and I really hope people come and talk to me and share their ideas and things that they loved and things they're like, hey, can we think about this? I would love to hear it and move from there.
Thank you so much, Tammy. It's amazing how close we are, like our philosophy and our leadership style. I think we're kind of like a perfect match. I really have to tell the community, Tammy has been a huge help with kind of like teaching me how Fort River is, the community, the school as a whole, all the services, all the resources that we have that available to all the students. And she has been such a great help in the last couple weeks. I kind of started a little bit late in the game, so I walked in not really knowing what I was walking into, or the way that the school was built in the community. And Tammy has been such an amazing help that we kind of took off kind of running together. We knew exactly, after our first conversation, I think we kind of knew exactly where we needed to go with the next steps at Fort River and what the students really deserve in our community. So with all of that said, and I hope everyone is enjoying again. If you just tuned in, hello, Michelle Hernandez, the new principal, Tamara, the new assistant principal at Fort Rivers. We are so excited for this school year. And now I'm going to move on to some of the changes, some new information that parents, and families should know so they can be prepared, and kind of like ease some of those first day jitters. Tammy, I think you can kind of, agree with me that even as leaders, even as after so many years in education, we still get those jitters, just like, families, students, and coming back to school, especially the way that school has been remote, and then coming back, late in the school year, not having that real feel of a true full year of education. And so it is a little nerve-wracking, and I want to make sure that everybody feels comfortable and feels supported, and know that all the staff, including us, are here to make sure that all students feel as comfortable as possible, as safe as possible, and as supported as possible at the school, right from day one. So let me share some new things that some families might not know have changed. We do have new hours at the school. Students will be coming in at 8:10 in the morning, and the day will be over at 2:40. With that said, the bus drop-off at the school will be right at 8:10, and arrival will look about the same as last year. I know there might be parents out here that stayed fully remote last year and did not come back to the school. Students will be arriving to their classroom doors. And please, Tamara, if I get anything, if I make a mistake anywhere in relating all of this information, please immediately stop me. I want the community to be fully aware and have all the correct information. So they will be coming in their classroom doors. That's what happened at Fort Rivers when they returned at the end of last year. And we feel that with the spikes in numbers and things like that to keep the students all extremely safe, we're going to continue that practice. The bus stops, now I wanted to tell all the families that bus stops have changed a little bit. The schedule should be up in the the district website. So please take a moment and check that out. If your child is a bus child, please make sure that you look at those schedules and you know where the pickup times are, what the pickup times are and what the pickup locations are, and also the drop off. And then this year, as it happened last year, there will not be any before school program. We are trying to work out some little glitches there to see if there's we can afford some staff to be to kind of watch the students as they're being dropped off. We want to keep in mind that there's many parents out there that are working, have to drop off the kids, 20, 30 minutes before school opens. And we want to make sure that the children are completely supervised outside and they're safe. So we're working on that, and more information about that will be sent out. Now, I wanted to also let everyone know there is a meet and greet. So if you want to meet us in person next Thursday, August 26th from 4 to about 6 p.m., we're going to be outside of Fort River, right underneath the big tent on the side. And it's going to be a meet and greet ice cream social. So kids, if you guys like ice cream, come on down. We're going to have ice cream. I am working closely with the PGO to finalize those details. But we are, the district has approved an ice cream truck. The ice cream truck, and there's going to be an ice cream truck providing ice cream to all the students. So that's going to be nice. We're going to have ice cream together. We're going to chit chat. We're going to talk. If any parents have any concerns, any questions about myself or Tammy or what's going on in the school, you'll be able to meet us in person. That is a meet and greet ice cream social next Thursday, August 26th from 4 to 6 at the school, right outside of the school underneath our tent. Okay. And then also students from grades, school starts on Monday, August 30th. And that will be from grades 1 through 6. And school starts again Monday, August 30th for grades 1 through 6. And that dismissal will be at 12:30. It's an early dismissal, the very first day, that Monday. And so students will be coming out of school at 12:30. So mark your calendars and make sure that you kind of set up pickup and someone there at the bus to pick them up. So we want to make sure that you have plenty of time to make those arrangements so that it works for your families. Kindergarten starts September 2nd. We will welcome all our brand new little babies to the school, our kindergartens students. It's going to be all new and wonderful. They'll be a little bit nervous, but I would like for them to also be a part of that ice cream social on the 26th so they can see who I am and get to see Tammy and their teachers. So it won't be so they won't be so nervous, and it won't be a scary situation for them that very first day. Also, a letter, I'm going to be sending out a letter soon to all the families. It's going to be all of this information again, and probably even some more. I think, the district is every day giving us more information and more guidance of how we're reopening. And so as soon as I get more information and all the information that I have shared today, that will go out to all the families by email, a letter from me. So look out for those emails from our administration. Also placement letters, so that all the students know who their teacher is, what classroom they're going to be in, and those placement letters are going to be sent out by our fantastic school secretary, Maria Torres. She has been a wonderful help also, and she will be sending out those letters on Monday. So look out for those letters that are coming out on Monday, so that all the students know exactly who their teacher is. The parents are completely informed of the teacher and what location they will be in the school and what door they should be coming into the school. Okay. Also, parents, the parent drop off in car will look the same as last year. They will be coming into that side parking lot and kind of like looping around, dropping off, and then continuing. Don't worry, we're going to have all of that is going to be coned off for any uh, family that has not done that and has not experienced that car drop off. It will be all coned out. There's going to be staff out there kind of directing traffic. And so don't feel nervous. We're going to show you exactly that first day how that works. And pickup will look exactly the same. The pickup will be in that same area. You're going to drive in, loop around, and we're going to show you how you're going to exit that parking lot. So don't feel nervous. This is to the parents that did not come back, returned last year, and stayed fully remote. We'll show you how that system works. And then all the families that did come back, the system's going to be the same. There's not really much change when it comes to that. I know Tamara that she has shared with me that system truly worked last year. It was effective and it was quick. And so we're going to continue that same practice this year. And now moving forward to just kind of like sharing our vision and our goals for the year, we're going to be really focusing on closing that achievement gap, like Tammy had said, and meeting those students and meeting their needs where they're at. We're kind of starting to kind of peel back those layers. The teachers are going to get to know who the students are, what their needs are, any gaps that may have happened or may have grown or were created because of remote learning and the challenges that brought us last year with this whole pandemic. That is our focus this year, is truly making sure that those students get the instruction, interventions, if possible, if needed, that they need to close those gaps and make sure that they are completely and prepared for the next grade to be successful, first and foremost in this grade, and then be completely prepared for the next grade. We want them to not only be successful here in school, but in high school, college, and career. This is their foundation, of course, in their education. We wanted to make it to be a very positive foundation, so that we instill in them the love of school, the love of learning, the love of education. Us as educators, we are lifelong learners. I don't stop learning. I think I learn something new every day, constantly building my skill set as a leader. Tamara can agree with me. I think we're kind of on the same page with that. And we want to instill that love of learning to the students. And helping, also a focus will be helping the teachers, building their skill set, making sure that they are aware of the curriculum, and making sure that they know the standards and know where their students should be throughout the school year. Also, we're going to continue promoting Caminantes. I myself, I'm an English language learner. So I have practiced to speak a little bit slower in English, because when my Spanish starts coming out, it's super fast. That was my very first language. And then I learned English when I started kindergarten, and I've mastered both throughout my years of education. I know firsthand the importance of being a dual language to being bilingual. And that is something that we truly want to promote. We want to be the face of that dual language program in Fort Rivers, and instill that love in our families and in our students to know both languages and master both of them. By the time they go off to middle school, they're going to be fluent in both. And that is our goal. Also, alongside the current services that we have and that are being implemented at Fort Rivers, we have our AIMS program, which is going to continue. It's very strong. Our building blocks, and also our BRIGHT program that started last year, right, Tamara? It started last year, our BRIGHT program. Yep. I have worked with BRIGHT program in another district, and I truly believe in the BRIGHT program. I want to see it flourish. I want all of these programs to flourish here at Fort River. So I want to kind of defer now to Tamara, and so you can add anything else that you would like to add that I might have forgotten. I've gone through my notes. I think I've gotten everything. For Tamara, I think take it away a little bit. and kind of let us know that I think um, I think we covered everything. I also want to say and share uh, with with the community that that um, they can come and call the office if they have any concerns, and set up a time to come see me, come see Tammy, and kind of like, if they have any suggestions, any concerns, any issues that might arise that they're not happy with. Please come. Our doors is open and want all the families to understand that you are more than welcome to come to the school and voice your concerns with us. We want to work together with the community and with the families and make sure that everyone is getting the get out they're getting the services and the interventions that they need and deserve. Not only need, I want to stress the word deserve. All our students deserve a um, a rigorous academic experience, and that is our goal here at Fort River. So
Definitely.
I'm getting a message here, and I think there's some questions.
Ooh.
If I see Sasha, if she could add some of the questions, we unfortunately don't see the questions. So if you're adding any questions, we don't see it. We're kind of waiting to have the questions kind of sent to us. And we would like to. Okay, I see some of the questions now. I missed what you said about the after school. Oh, there is after school care. Oh, I'm so glad that a parent asked that. There is after school care
Mhm.
that's going to be provided. Um, I believe it's 40 spots. Am I right, Tamara? I think there's 40 spots. Those applications or to kind of apply for the after school program will be in the front office. I will have them. We should probably have them for the meet and greet so that parents can get hold of those as soon as possible. Um, Let me see some of the. I'm just looking. Please forgive me because I have two screens open, kind of looking at some of the messages. Will you be making the recording on this session available in Spanish? I can make this available in Spanish. Once we're done here, I can go back and make a second video and give all that information in Spanish. Also, the parents that need it in Spanish, all this information will be in Spanish. Toda esta información va a estar en español cuando yo mando el email a todos los padres. Va a ser en inglés y en español. Toda la información de lo que yo hablé hoy y compartí con la comunidad va a estar en el email. So, le voy a decir a María, la secretaria, que por favor, ya en breve, en 2 o 3 días, voy a mandar esa información por email. I missed. Are kindergarten parents able to park and walk their students to the classroom? Absolutely. They can. It's their first day. This is their first experience in school. Of course, I'm a parent also, and when my students first started school, I absolutely wanted to walk them to the door. So absolutely, kindergarten parents can walk their students to the classroom and to that front door. So yes, that is allowed. I answered the Spanish question if parents want. Perfect. So yes, anything that can be translated in Spanish, that will all be sent out in email. So I think those were all the questions. I see something else coming up. Let's make sure that I want to make sure that everybody is well informed. And again, please, I apologize. I'm looking at two screens at the same time. So, okay, so there's also like, okay, thank you, Sasha. So everything will be communicated in Spanish. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I think, Tammy, if you have nothing else to add.
I don't. You were very thorough. I think you covered everything. We'll certainly be sending out all the information in an email in both Spanish and in English. We'll also update families about COVID protocols as it relates to face coverings and all the other things. Just know that teachers and the custodial staff are working really, really hard at making our school look beautiful and ready for your kids on when we see you on August 30th. Holy moly. So
I know it's coming up so quickly, right? I'm starting to lose sleep. Like I always do this to myself every year. I lose a little sleep, but it's going to be okay. We will be completely ready for the return of all the students.
That's right. That's right.
So at this time, Tamara, thank you so much for being part of this conversation. I want to thank the community. I want to thank the staff for welcoming me and making me feel a part of Fort Rivers already, and I'm loving it. And I'm really looking forward to just a school year of just wonderful, wonderful experiences, opportunities, and growth, not only for our students, but us as educators also. So I want to say goodbye. Thank you, everyone. And please don't forget the Ice Cream Social meet and greet. Come out, see us. August 26th, Thursday, from 4 to 6, right at the school. Come down, say hi. We'll bump elbows because, COVID still exists. And we will be safe. Everyone will be wearing a mask. So please, you'll be safe if you come in and you have a mask on, okay? So thank you so much, guys. I truly appreciate everyone that came out to kind of see and visit us a little bit. It's by video, but I hope that everyone comes out next Thursday. Okay, thank you, guys. I appreciate all of you.